You're going to do a study on fish, okay? And so you go out in a giant fishing boat and you drop, in this case, let's say Moderna, you put 30,000 fishing lines in the water. And then when you catch 95, you finally reel in 95 fish, you end up doing your whole study based on those 95 fish. I don't know whether it was like a study about mercury or just make up whatever you want, but the entire study is actually only of 95 fish. So when you hear Francis Collins or Tony Fauci saying a study of 30,000, no, there was 30,000 attempts to catch the 95 that are going to decide the fate of the world. So when we think about how excited they are about this trial, just know that it is only 95 people, the size of the study, that is really determining how effective it is. And so I made a graph to try and point this out. Let's put up this graph. Okay, on the left-hand side, that is participants times 1,000, because each one of the groups in the Moderna trial had 30,000 people. Each arm, the vaccine arm had 15,000 people, right? And the placebo arm had 15,000 people. So one group got the vaccine, the other group got the infection. Now, when they're telling us they have a 94.5% efficacy rate, this is what's happening. You have 5 total infections out of 15,000 people in the vaccine group, and you have 90 total infections in the placebo group. Now, let me be clear with this graph. If we actually made that line as small as it would be with the 5 and the 90, you wouldn't even see it. This group of people we're using to study this is. But all of that yellow, you know, on the vaccine side, all those people got a vaccine, to be perfectly clear. Only 5 of them are currently have symptomatic infection. They may have asymptomatic, we don't know. We're only testing them with PCRs after they're infected. So 5 infections in the vaccine group and 90 infections on the placebo group. Now, that is, you know, I'll admit that it looks like the placebo is not doing as well as the vaccine, but let me also talk about the science here. See, a scientist could also look at this study right now and determine not necessarily that the vaccine is 94.5% effective, but let's just look at the placebo group column there. Out of 15,000 people, only 90 people are symptomatic, have an infection right now, as far as we know. So that means 14,910 people in the placebo group are perfectly healthy and doing just fine. So I could come away from this study with this understanding that if only 90 people are infected and 14,910 people are perfectly healthy, that means that the placebo group, or getting no vaccine at all, gives me an efficacy rate of, I believe it is 99.4%. 99.4% is just my immune system all by itself. So I still beat Moderna's vaccine. Even if we give them all of the room that they want, if we give them all of their excitement they want over this trivial amount of people actually being studied, our immune system still does better, right? I mean, I could scientifically say that, which leads me to the point of one of the most famous quotes of all times. I love this when it comes to science. This is Mark Twain saying, there are 3 kinds of lies: lies, damned lies, and statistics.